Let's talk a little bit about Star Wars. It's been a minute, right? Old Chuck Wendig back in the news again. If you don't know who this man is, let me give you a little bit of a crash course. He was a former Disney Star Wars writer. He wrote a terrible book called Star Wars Aftermath. Absolutely god-awful book. I read half of it and had to stop. That book, I think, came out a little bit before or after The Force Awakens. So this is when it was like all the hype. Yeah, we're getting, Luke and Leia, the band's getting back together. There was a lot of excitement for that movie. That book came out a little bit before or after. I don't quite remember. I read a little bit of it, and I was like, this is god-awful. And I didn't finish it. I still have it somewhere. I have no idea where it is. That was the last Disney Star Wars book I ever bought. Because I was like, is this what's going to replace the EU? I'm good. I think he wrote some comics as well. He got fired. And the media, of course, did a big push for him to not get fired. And I'll show you why in a second. Here's a Vox article. The New Troll, How Bots and Puppets Make Internet Outrage Seem Louder Than It Is. Only when it's against someone like Chuck, who does incredibly nasty things, by the way. He has said some vile stuff. I'm going to show you. Now, I'm not advocating for people to lose their jobs here. But sometimes you take a look at what some people do, and the actions kind of just speak for itself. The reason I'm even talking about him is because he's still trying to get his job back at Disney. It must have paid good. But, when you're on social media 24/7, you can't help but, say stupid shit all the time, especially when you're hanging out with the wokies. So look at this article real quick. I just want to show you. They don't show any of his nasty tweets, by the way, in this entire article. They don't show you any of his tweets. This article took shots at Ethan Van Sciver. It's an old article. This is from 2018. I'm only showing you this for a reason. To show you how they tried to tone things down. They have this nice picture of him looking like just an old geeky guy, right? This is far from the case. They don't showcase one nasty tweet by him, by the way. They just try to get Ethan Van Sciver canceled and want to show you how did this nice woke leftist man get kicked off of the job here. Okay, well, this is one of them right here. This is from a thread. All of what you're feeling is normal. What's happening isn't. It's okay to be sad. It's essential to be mad. It may even be necessary to step away from this for a little while and breathe, drink tea, find peace, get clear, and then renew your fury, weaponize your grief, and fight. P.S. GOP. And then you can see what he says right there about putting themselves into wood chippers. Right? This is the kind of stuff that is normally said all the time. He's a blue check mark, by the way. Got a big following. He was a writer for Star Wars. I don't know what the hell he's doing now. I don't care. It's just a good example of how much people can get away with if they're, in the right mentality, if they're on the right side of history, as they say. Here's what actually got him fired. I had to go to his Kiwi Farms thread for this, and he's got a big one. I'll just go ahead and show you the spurg out that got him fired. Pretty much, you can pause and read this if you want. It's a call to violence, basically, is what he's doing. This got him fired from Disney. It's one of the few times I've ever seen that happen, but he was too crazy for Disney with the stuff he would say. He's pretty much calling for violence, is what he's doing. And I have to say, I'm glad that Disney actually held, because if this had been somebody on the right, they'd have been gone in a second. Look what they did to Gina. She just made a joke that wasn't even, or not a joke, but she made a statement that was a good comparison to what's going on today and what happened in the past. I'm not going to say details, but that got her fired, right? And that was pretty small. It took a spurg out like this to get a far leftist removed from their Star Wars job. That should kind of show you the differences in what in what you have to do if you're on the finger quotes right side of history versus what Gina did. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to point that out. But see, he's still a little bit upset. Here he is saying, oh, hey, wow. Timothy Olyphant was nominated for an Emmy for his role as Cobb, a character I created. Cool. Hey, Disney, am I allowed to write Star Wars again, or could I at least get some sweet Cobb merch? Oh, no, I guess not. Okay, hey, good talk. So apparently he invented this guy. If you remember, he was in The Mandalorian Season 2, and he was wearing the Boba Fett armor, basically. I don't remember. Was he in Season 1 or 2? I don't remember. But anyway, as you can see, Chuck, a little upset, still salty that he's not writing Star Wars, and he's been salty about it for a while, by the way. But for a while. He quickly deleted that post because, he didn't like people reminding him as to why he got fired from Disney. And it was for things that he said right here, telling people to put themselves in a wood chipper. Not really the most calm messaging, you know. I just thought this was funny and wanted to go over it with you guys. So, still salty that he's not writing for Star Wars anymore. I have to say it didn't improve the books. The books are still shit, by the way. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.